don't know why, but I look ugly. I was just looking at myself with the lighting and I was like, wow, I look really ugly. I am trying a new makeup and I think I hate it. It's a base, it's a serum, tinted serum. And I should have just stuck with everything I've used for the last 10 years. Why fix something that's not broken? And I was like, I'm going to try it. And I got back and it was here, it got delivered. And I just tried it like 25 minutes ago. And I was like, wow, somehow this made me really ugly. Or I was just always ugly and the lighting's better here. Hey, everybody. Hey, Linz. Tyler's here too. Hey, mods. Bohemian Luciferian Witch. Something updated on StreamYard, but I think everything's good. I'm here. You're here. Hey, Liz Tricks. I missed you guys. Oh my God. Holy Lord. Look at the youthful little thing because of her summer trim. Wow, we weren't even really that upset about things. Unbelievable. Quite honestly, it's like, did you get smaller? Because all day long since I've been home, I've said, I think it shrunk. I think the Lord made it even smaller. I'm not sure. Maybe it's the cutting of the hairs. Hey, Angie Mo. Hey, Rhonda McNeil. Why is this doing this? Who calls in 2026? Honestly, who makes a phone call? Hello, can you text? Hey, Traveltology. But back to what's real. Really serious. We really are not even that upset. Oh, but we're small. But we're tiny. Who's leaving a voicemail? Do I even have my voicemail set up? Who the hell leaves a voicemail? Honestly, guys, it's 2026. If you think I'm going to answer the phone, you're out of your damn mind. That's like if someone knocks on your door, you hide behind your couch. You're like, oh my God. Oh, hold on. Hey, Connor. Hey, that's weird. I can read the voicemail that you're leaving. I'm live on my show, but go on. What were you saying? Okay. My sweet stars. Well, Connor, can you hang? I'll be there tomorrow. I actually need something. I need a label printed. So I was going to come in tomorrow anyway. Can I just pick it up? I'm so sorry. That's weird because I've been there many times since February. Effing crazy. Crazy, Connor. What a crazy time to live. Well, I'll be there. So you just hang on to it and I'll see you tomorrow. See you then. You do the same. Thank you so much. Bye. He said, have a good rest of your show. Connor he works at the UPS store. And he was like, I have a package here for you from February. And I was like, what? So that was my side piece. Connor, Tommy already texted me. He's like, who the hell is Connor? It was a joke. Back to what's real. I saw that. I told you. Who the hell is Connor? Babe, if I was going to cheat on you, do you think it would be with someone named Connor? Honestly, Connor is Connor is always going to be under 35. And we all know how I feel about that. So, no. I mean, that would be like cheating on you with someone named Brexton. Like, that's not going to happen. That would never happen. Dead before that happened. But unbelievable, really. If you just take a look, we're going to get to the super chat because that's also really important. Hey, Jennifer Minton, I think you emailed me. I'll give you my address. Just wanted to make everybody aware that you're here. You look amazing. Unreal, quite frankly. Unreal. Little too. You look like a capybara. Braxton, like that would be like cheating on him with so many crazy, weird new age names. Good for you, Lydia. I'm happy to hear that. Hold on, I missed some things, some important things like money. Liz Trix sent me a welcome home super chat because she's a baby angel. Liz Trix, I meant to text you today and I'm sorry I didn't, but I am still going to text you because I actually have something I need to ask you. I love you and thank you for your super chat. Love you and miss you, Angie Moe. Thank you for being a member. Trace became a member. Trace, it's good to see you and thank you. Thank you guys for the support. Hey, Scientology up north, I'm already on fire with gasoline. Hey, Lazy Silver, who knows that song? The title of this is a David Bowie song. Putting out fire with gasoline. Well, that looks great. God, see, I washed my hair today and I wish I hadn't. It's no longer beachy. Now it's just Midwest Tennessee. Now I just might as well attach the accent to it because that's what it looks like. I don't look all beachy and fun and vacation-y anymore. I just look like a soul food cook. I'm all sweaty. Oh, you did? Okay. I got those. I opened them last night. Thank you for the bones. Yes, I got them while I was gone. Lady O, thank you. It was so faded. My fool that was in a David Bowie video. Hey, Debbie Love and Life. Hey, Noelle. Hey, Diana H. DS Kitty. It was so faded. I had to like put it under a light. It was for some reason I couldn't see it. The printing was bad on it. But yes, I saw the Lady O. Thank you for the bones. Thank you to everybody who sends stuff from the wish list. They're all dog and cat treats, and we can use them. So thank you. I'm going to grift for treats. Mad Drop, thank you for being a member, my friend, and it's good to see you. Thank you, Lady O. That was really sweet of you. I mean it. Bo goes through a lot of bones. Interesting, Puka Vista. Hey, West Coast. Everybody, please pray. I'm not going to announce why. Hey, Ian Battles. Hey, Buffy. Hey, JoJo. Everybody, please, if you don't pray, just send a non-prayer. I'm not going to say why because I don't want to get too personal, but for West Coast Fancy Nancy and her family, please. I need you to do that if you don't mind. Very important today. Hey, Aloha Sue. Jennifer Folsom, welcome in. Sorry, kind of missed roll call because of that damn Connor. Plus little tiny, really small. Neptunes. Yeah, Nancy, I love you. Hey, Ewa. Hey, Joanne Holly. I have missed you. I miss Joanne. I love Joanne. Marissa Martin. Peppermint Patty. Lauren B9. Everybody was asking about Tommy. He hopped into the chat. Hey, Jeannie. Okay, let me start over. Use your words, Reese. I was going to say Jeannie Nansen. I was trying to combine that with West Coast Fancy Nancy, and I don't know why. Jeannie Hansen. Speaking of West Coast, RSM, Robin. Hey, Kestrel, I texted you back today. Hey, Marie Marion, MLG Gamer. Thank you guys for that. We love our Nancy and she's family. Oh boy, what a time to be alive. What a day. What a day after all. Hey, Gina. Thank you, Noelle. And Tennessee Girl is here as well. There's a lot of you here I didn't say hi to. Tommy, I missed the lifeboat. Don't we all? Hey, Lady Zoe. Missed you, Buffy. So Tommy, hey, Lumen. I don't really know when he's going to go live again. Hey, Audra. Yeah, Audra, I know. Me too. Oh my God, that was embarrassing. I didn't think he was going to say anything about that. It's hard to embarrass me though. Hey, Bethany. Hey, Tammy. But that really did happen. And honestly, I don't regret it. And I miss it quite a bit. I already miss it a lot. Wish I could have boned a little bit more. Hey, BB. Aw, Diana H. So what a time, guys. What do you want to know? What kinds of things? What sort of things can we discuss on the agenda for today? There's so much to cover. There's so many things to say. Pat Jonas. Tommy is still alive, though, and that's really what's important. He's kicking. He's moving. Gabriel. I never probably say that right. Oh, my God. I forgot he said that, too. Jeannie Hansen. I did almost drown Tommy. Alicia, I love you, and I miss the holy heck out of you, girl. Like pushing a car down the driveway. Oh, my God. It was, too. I thought he was playing some silly game. I really did. For those of you that don't know, you don't really want to know, but I thought he was playing a game. And I was like, "Ugh, what's going on?" And he was struggling to breathe. And I had no idea. I do look freshly boned. Kim, Bo was actually more sad than Gert this time, which was weird. I didn't know that he wasn't playing a game. I had no idea that he was struggling for oxygen. And right when I reached my point, of course, we all know what that is with the joy buzzer, he pulled off of it. Hey, Jen Finberg. And I was like, oh, no, no. Your game is funny until now. And I was like, and I put, like he said, about 40 to 60 pounds of pressure on his head and broke his neck, dislocated a couple of vertebrae. But, he was already in bad shape. So he really didn't even notice. And it's fine. That stuff heals over the weekend. I didn't know he had passed away at the time. Yeah, I Buffy a little bit, just a tiny bit, just a little bit, but not a lot. Not a lot went on because again, Tommy literally almost died. I didn't know that. He pulled out of there, and I was like, I sound like Dracula when that kind of stuff happens. You better finish it off. Like, if I RSVP to a party, I make it my business to come. You know what I mean? And so when he pulled off the joy buzzer before the last minute bell went off, hey, Abigail, I'm so happy to see you too. When he pulled off, I was like, this isn't a funny game anymore. And I was like, you will finish. And he was like, I was like, oh my God, you're dying. I'm so sorry. Like, not a good time to die, babe. I was like, could you be any more selfish? Can you pick a different time to pass out and die? And then he had to go get into a freezing cold shower to revive his heart. And I was like, oh, wow, you actually did pass away for a minute. I think there was no oxygen to the brain for like a minute and a half. And yeah, I was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. Yeah, he felt better. And my presence always improves a person's well-being. Don't we know? Ask the haters. They picked me as their queen. Yeah, Jennifer Folsom. Yes, it's a great song. And I was listening to it in a movie the other day, and I thought that's a good title. Plus, it applies to everyone's life right now because it's all junk. Hey, Joel Sachs, you literally take my breath away. Yeah, I didn't know my vagina was going to kill Tommy, and I feel somewhat bad about it. I felt bad about it for about 20 minutes, and then I got over it and I forgot all about it until he brought it up during our stream. And I was like, oh my God, that's right. I literally took the wind out of him. And I hope that never happens again. But how am I supposed to know? He's so good at it. It's his favorite thing in life. And I thought he was just playing a silly game. I was like, babe, this is silly. And then I was like, it's not silly anymore. Finish. And he was like, I can't breathe. I was like, oh, can we get a doctor? Is there a doctor here? Whoops. Any doctors that speak English? Not yet, Pat Jonas. I get that, Buffy. Meredith Lynn, you are hilarious. He had to get that vitamin P. It is a little scary, JoJo. Look at Joanne Hawley with the giant super chat. I think I left. I think the day I left, you gave me a giant super chat. Use your words, Reese. Hold on. Let's try this again. I forget how to do this channel, guys. I forget. When I get back in this chair, it's different. Hey, Ghost Rider. Please don't die that way, Tommy. How embarrassing would it be to actually have to make that phone call and be like, yeah, he died between my American thighs. My American thighs knocked him out. He was, Wanda. I left and you super chatted me big and I returned. This is amazing. And thank you. Miss you tons. Thought I'd put this toward a defibrillator and an oxygen mask for the next trip. You know what? One of my favorite. Hey, Honey Lou. What a way to go. Jeannie Hansen. One of my favorite things about Joanne is that she pre-plans. And I think it's important to put money toward the next trip, especially for medical supplies. It's like toilet paper. You're always going to need it, right? It makes total sense to me. Hey, FAFO. Thank you, Julie. Hit the like button, I guess. Peppermint Patty says not very many people have, so I don't ever tell you guys to do it, but just go for it. Take a chance. Let's go crazy. Joanne, thank you so much for your super chat. That was giant. You and Liz really making it happen. Liz and Joanne are pretty much baby steps. Liz, Joanne, Abigail, Jen Finberg. There's like 5 people that just keep us afloat here, and it makes me feel bad every time. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Sometimes the mods even jump in, and that's even more depressing. Take another stare. You had me fighting for air. Never gets old. Yeah. Tommy almost died in Ecuador between my American thighs. Hey, Vicky Andrews. What are medical facilities like there? Oh, same as here, really. I mean, the hospitals are quite nice. The ambulances look different. Debbie Love and Life, Debbie Love and Life is cool because she will super chat, but she also PayPals me. And that's really kind because it takes out less taxes. Thank you, Debbie Love and Life. You're a big one. You're a huge one, actually. Hey, Holly Day. Sherry LeBrun. Love you, babe. Linda Garden Lady. Let's go crazy. So Debbie Love and Life, I wasn't trying to leave you out of that. You're huge. Yeah. I almost killed him with my American thighs. I don't know what that means, Lady Zoe. I don't know who Mackenzie Sharilla is. Hey, Aspire to Inspire. Third Eye. We're going to talk about that too. So you guys, some of you asked when I got home. Hey, Lenora Gray. I got home. I was supposed to get home. Rachel Sandy. I was supposed to get home at midnight the night before last. Lydia. Guilt tax. Yeah, I knew that would rough. I was a flight attendant for guilt trips. Hey, Bunny Foo. Hey, good for you, Ghost Rider. I love that. Guilt tax. Love you and glad you're home safe. Glad your mom's coming home. Look, there's Debbie Zito. Thank you for super chatting. And I'm glad that the guilt tripping worked on some of you, one of you. Hey, beautiful dreamer. So, what was I just saying? Oh, I was supposed to get home at midnight. Not last night, the night before. So what's that? Monday night? Hey, I rule. Buffy. Broccoli dance. I was supposed to get home at midnight. You want to hear some crazy shit? So I'm in Miami. I had already been traveling some time, right? So when I leave Ecuador for whatever reason, when I go to Ecuador, hey, Anne, Tommy's much better. Not out of the woods, but he's better. When I go to Ecuador, thank you, beautiful dreamer. It is a hop, skip, and a jump, and you're there. I'm not kidding. When I go from here to there, it's like 8 hours. Okay. So when I go, hey, Sherry, hey, Kaza, welcome in, girls. I fly from here to Miami. And every flight I take, I have like a 50-minute layover in Miami. It's amazing. You got to be fast, though, because Miami, I got to take like a train to get to my gate. So I have to go fast, right? But I, as an ex-Scientologist, appreciate efficiency more than anything in this world. Hey, Liz Ferris. Thank you, Liz. We're working on that. I appreciate efficiency. When I go to the airport, I go like an hour before my flight. I'm not a person that likes to get to the airport 3 hours before and sit and wait. I like to boom, get there and have 20 minutes before we board. So it's a beautiful way of going because you've got that 50-minute-ish layover. You fly from Miami to Guayaquil, Ecuador. No, I'm back, Rachel. And then the only thing that sucks is when you get to Ecuador, it's a 2-hour drive to where Tommy is. It's not the end of the world, especially if you do it during the day, because it's a really pretty drive. At night, you don't see anything. But during the day, it's really pretty. You get to see it. I really wasn't on my phone as much this time. I really spent a lot of time like looking out the window. Hey, Sue Cole, welcome in. And so it's beautiful. Ecuador is beautiful, you guys. It is. This is my new watch. This is my Valentine's Day watch. It's enormous. It's a sailing watch. I don't know what that means because I don't sail, but it's kind of like my license plate, Angie. You know how it says tennis? I'm trying to be sporty so that people think I'm cool and sporty. And like, I want people to think I play tennis and I sail. I'm a country clubber. That's what people think. And I live in a trailer. How do I get through TSA so fast? So I have what's called Clear. which rolled over from my marriage with Jeff. And I am TSA pre check. So me too, Jojo. So when I get to the airport, I go through a separate line, what's called clear if the airport has it, and it scans your eyes and they go, "Oh, this bitch." And then they walk me to the front of the line and you skip the entire TSA line and you just go through. And I didn't intend, so I didn't pay for that. I was on Jeff's account when we were married. And then I got an email that Jeff, of course, canceled me on it, which makes sense, right? And it said, but if you want to sign up on your own account, we'll let you do it for $50 for the year. And I was like, all right, yeah, I'll do that. Well, that was over a year ago and it had my credit card number. And I was kind of pissed. I got one of those emails that said, hey, we charged your credit card and you're re-upped for clear. I didn't intend to keep it, but it did it. I do too. SoCal Joy. Honestly, if you travel a lot, it's kind of worth it because you skip the entire line. You literally, yeah, Debbie Zito, you literally skip the entire line. You just go through and you go through. So like, hey, Renee B, my mom was like, I can't believe how close you cut it when you go to the airport. By the way, that's what my mom sounds like. She sounds like a Muppet, like something from Fraggle Rock. I can't believe how close you cut it. That's what my mom sounds like. And yeah, Abigail, that too. It's kind of worth it if you travel a lot. I've been thinking that. I was thinking about it and I was like, maybe I need to cancel it for this year. And then I was like, I don't know. It goes on a credit card, which means you don't really have to pay for it anyway, right? So it's like, I don't know. I kind of like it. Everybody gives you the worst look though. Like be prepared if you have clear. People are always, yeah, they walk you to the front of the line. So you skip the line and you cut the person who's at the front of the line and they always look at you and go, this bitch. And I'm like, I know, this bitch. I'm like, it's from my ex-husband. Okay, what do you want me to do? Do you know the cellist? The cellist, sign me up. I'm trying Chris Crafts and Coffee. I'm signing up for TSA Pre tomorrow because my husband has it. So I've talked to a lot of travelers. TSA Pre is a much better deal. Like you don't need both. Unless you travel a lot, you're just an asshole, really. Unless you travel a lot, TSA Pre is more than enough. It's still, you're going to get through that line fast. But come get some. A lot cheaper to go to Clear than TSA than in Scientology. That's a great point, Sue Cole. So in a lot of ways, we're saving money. Thank you, Don Clark. What's security check like in Ecuador? There is none. Yeah. That's the beauty of a developing country is they don't give a holy shit about anything. They also don't give a shit about coming back into the US. Like I got to the US and I waited in line to go through customs and they were asking people questions because I was listening to the questions. I'm like, do you have anything to declare? I got to the thing and they were like looking at the camera. I had a hat on. They didn't even have me take my hat off. And the guy went, you're good. And I went, oh, you don't have any questions for me? He went, no, you're good. So I don't know if it's just because I look like I don't commit crimes. I have a feeling, Tommy, they'd be like, we got a whole list of questions for you, Krem. For me, every time I go to Ecuador, this is sad. This is not cool. It's cool for me, but it's not cool for everybody else. Every time I go to Ecuador, you get off the plane, I go through customs. They always are like, do you speak English or Spanish? I'm always like, no. And then they switch to English at customs and they're like, they look at my passport, they look at me, they look at my passport and they go, what day are you coming back? And I went, I don't know, like a few days from now. Hey, Vince. And she always, or he or she goes, what are you doing here? And I always go, I'm here for one reason and one reason only. Prostitute. That's why I'm here. I'm a hired prostitute. Yeah, I always say, I go, I just like it here. I really love it here. That's what I say. I'm like, and the fucking Mexican food is banging. Like, I can't get any better food here. Like, what are you kidding me? Like, look at my tongue. American. Okay. See, American, here to eat, Nothing, no bad reasons. I got no other reasons. There's an Italian man named Luigi that makes some killer ass tiramisu. Okay, that's worth the ticket alone. Oh yeah, no, they don't have clear or TSA pre in other countries. Uh Ghost Rider, but every time I'm like, I'm here to fucking bone down and get some enchiladas. Okay. So if you think this face is here for any other reasons, it's not. I'm here for the face, I'm here for the tum and the vagina. And then I'm leaving. I'm going to check in, I'm going to check out. Okay. I might get some cool jewelry, go see a friend, but otherwise it's really the food and the man. Okay. So that's what we did. And then leaving, same thing. I went through customs. That's probably true, Tyler. I know that's true. Tommy said it was. He gave the dude $20 when he came to the country because when he went into Ecuador, because Tommy had so many watches, Tyler, he was a watch dealer and he's obsessed with watches. And he had hundreds of watches in a suitcase, and you can't bring anything where you're intending to sell it. And he's not. Tommy doesn't sell it. It's just his collection. But the dude was like, it looks like you're here to sell stuff. And Tommy was like, well, I'm not. Here's $20. And the guy was like, have a great stay. Domestic flights don't have these same customs questions. Yeah, they never ask me anything. When I get into America, they don't ask me. Anyway, the point is, so when I get to Ecuador, I go through customs and I'm like, I'm here for the food. I'm not here to stay. Hey, love and life. I'm just here to for a little bit, get some fucking snacks. You guys make some killer guacamole chips that I can't get here. So that's why I'm here. And then what happens is I get my luggage, and this is the weirdest thing. Yes, he did. Diana H. He said it was a special edition. He said it was a really nice watch. Yes. Thank you again. So I get my luggage, and then you're supposed to go through something with your suitcases where you stand in some long ass line and you have to put them through something like a security thing, right? Every time I go to Ecuador, the line is super long. I'm the tallest person. I'm literally like that Giselle supermodel in Ecuador, height wise. Everybody is like to my boobs. I'm nobody's been jealous of my inseam ever. I have a Chihuahua inseam, right? They are in Ecuador. Hey, Katie Fulton. So I stand in that line to put my luggage through the security belt thing, X-ray, and they always come up to me. I'm only 5'5". They always come up to me and they go, Solo? And I go, Una, you're looking at it, my friend, Solo. And they go, passport. And I hand them my passport and they look at it and they go, you're free to go. And they show me a separate exit line. And I'm like, it's weird. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. But every time I stand in this line to go through the security with my luggage, they point me out. They go, you, come here. And I'm like, okay. Like, I don't know if they're going to search me or what. At this point, I pretty much know, though. And they always go, Solo. And I go, yeah, enchiladas, chips, you name it. Absolutely. Guac, forget about it. Right. And then they go, you're free to go. And I'm like, okay. I mean, that's trusting. It's trusting, but there's not a lot in there, right? There's some shorty shorts in my suitcase. Oh my God, you're 5'8". That's crazy tall. Yeah, you'd be a giant there. Tommy is 6'2" and he towers. I mean, that's not even super tall. To me, 6'2" is kind of average for a guy, or maybe just all the men I marry. But 6'2" doesn't feel super crazy tall to me. I feel like American men are fairly tall. I see tall people all the time. In Ecuador, Tommy is insane. He's insane tall. Like it's crazy. It's people there are really short. I'm not really sure what that's about. I don't know why. Jojo, you're tall. That's tall. I'm barely 5'5". I would call myself probably more 5'4". I feel pretty short, but not in Ecuador. Not in Ecuador, guys. So it was a great trip. I wish I could have stayed longer, but I had already taken enough time off before I left. And I was like, I really need to get home. I just need to get back home. It wasn't planned. So it just wasn't in the cards for me to stay super long. What I would love to do, I was planning to go for our birthdays. So my birthday is July 8th. Johnny's is July 6th. Tommy's is July 3rd. Did I get that right? Yeah, he's July 3rd. Hey, squirrel girl. Oh my God, Mad Drop. See, that's tall. Hey, Nicola. That's crazy tall. I think, hey, D. Thank you, D. Mad Drop is 6'4.5". That's noticeably tall. Nicola at 5'8" used to be 5'10". I am really impressed by tall women. I always think it's really cool. Whenever I see a woman with legs, just like tits and legs, like you skip the whole stomach altogether and it's just legs underneath the tits, I'm like, God, I wish I had that body. My body is, I'm all body. And then I have corgi legs. It's so weird. I'm super underdeveloped. But as we all know, my mother smoked with me. And it's just, my legs just never developed. Yeah, it's a sad occurrence. 6'7", your brother-in-law. Yeah, that's some crazy shit. When I see people that tall, I'm like, whoa. Bohemian Luciferian Witch is 6'1", all legs and tits. You lucky. Rub it in. Hey, Katie did it. Joanne Hawley is tiny. She's 4'11". I knew I could put you in my pocket. Oh my God. She's a Polly Pocket. Hey, Andy. Great trip though. I don't know that I'll be able to go back in July. It's an expensive ticket. Hey, Chicago Jane. Oh my God. Your brother-in-law is 7'3". That's insane. How are my mom and dad? Not great. Not gonna lie. My dad's not doing well. Just if you wouldn't mind, just send healing vibes and wishes, and just we don't want him suffering. So that would be great. Katie did it's tall. Dang, you're a tall lesbian. Speaking of lesbians, I wonder how tall Nora is. Interesting, Pat Jonas. I would have guessed her to be taller. Debbie Love and Life, you're short. You're a little thing. I know, Joanne Hawley's tiny. Yeah, I love being tall because you can gain weight and no one sees it. I totally get that, Audra. That's another reason I wish I were taller. My sister's taller. My sister's like 5'7". My other sister, Sam, is like 5'8". I don't know what happened. Both of my parents are super thin and long, and I'm short and fat. I still to this day, I wonder, I wondered if my dad was the lead singer of Nazareth because my mom boned that guy. But if you remember, it was in the 70s. Nora, same as me, 5'4.5". So we're all about the same, Linz. Okay, Lindsay, I would have guessed you to be taller. For whatever reason, you look long on camera. I would have guessed you to be like 5'8". Okay, Debbie, he's tall. Nora's about as tall as me, Bunny Fufu. Okay, look at baby steps. Reese, glad you're back and safe. Tommy is improving. Yes. Hi, everyone. I'm under the weather. Oh, I hate that for you. Why? Dang, that's terrible news. I'm sorry to hear that, baby steps, but I'm happy to see you and I love you. Thank you for the super chat. Tommy is definitely improving. I do too, Linz. Tommy's definitely improving. He's just not out of the woods. And that shit makes me nervous. I got to tell you, we both cried a lot on this trip. Like, I really, Debbie Zito is tiny. Debbie Zito is really short. So is Holly. Dang, Olga. So how long has it been? It's almost been a year since he moved, right? He moved when? In last June. Is that right? I'll have to ask him that. It's nearly been a year and I really miss him, guys. I really miss him. And I think it's good and bad to have a long distance relationship. I enjoy it because we're not cooped up on top of each other all day. I don't know that that's healthy. Holly, what? You're not 5'7". Don't be lying. Really? Well, you felt tiny to me. You felt like just a little thing. You know who's tall is Liz Trix. Liz Trix is tall. I'm trying to think who else is tall. Pam isn't tall. Yorkie mom. Meredith Lynn is tiny. Meredith Lynn is really small. Huge boobs, but really small. You're a great hugger, Holly. Oh yeah. I was like, what was I talking about? It's hard. Yeah, it's Jojo. Long distance relationships are great because here's why. When you do see each other, you appreciate that. Angie Moe is fucking Amazon woman. Angie Moe is really tall. She's sexy tall. Like Angie Moe has a good body. Uh, some men are attracted to short women. I thought almost all men were, Tyler. Tommy is not. He does not like short women. He was like, I have no, I think he told me this a long time ago because his mom's really short. He was like, I'm not attracted to short women. Like, if you're under 5'3", he's like, I'm not attracted to you. He was like, you just barely made it. I was like, gee, thanks. Stop forcing me to give you money. P.S. Lucas is officially 5 foot and he'll be 9 in September. He's going to be tall. He looks lanky. Hey, Erica. Yeah, a lot of guys are attracted to shorter women. Tommy likes taller women. Um, that's crazy. He looks long on the Zoom calls, but I wouldn't have guessed him to be 5 foot. That's crazy. Wow. Lydia, I love you. And thank you for giving me more money. Sorry I forced you. Love you, Debbie. Love and life. Thank you for being here, babe. I'm glad I got to see you. Aloha sushi stane. So you appreciate the time that you have for sure. Yeah, he's lanky, Lydia. You appreciate the time that you have. I will say that. Like, we spent a lot of time crying just because we missed each other so much. I miss Tommy. The thing about him is I do the same thing. I did the same thing with Fred. This is weird and obsessive. But I used to go to Fred's no, that's true. Scientology up north. I used to go to Fred's grave a lot in Kansas City. I went and visited him a lot. And I always used to think, I always kind of got this impression from him. I don't know if I'm right or wrong, but I swear I always felt this like message from him saying, why do you come here? Like, I could hear him saying that in real life. Like, you don't need to visit me. I'm not there. Like, that's not where I am. But I always used to go and sit and I'd bring a blanket and I'd just like sit there at the cemetery for a while and I'd talk to him and I'd listen to music or I did it a lot. I always took Gertie with me. Sometimes I'd take Huxley, but not always. I took Gertie every time because the cemetery is a great place to take your dog. Honestly, it is. Like, she would just kind of romp around and she'd sniff around and run around and I would just sit on a blanket. And anyway, the point of this is I could always hear Fred in my mind going, woman, I'm not there. Like, you don't need to come see me. I'm not there. And I would always say out loud to him when I would talk to him, I would go, I know you aren't here, but your body is here. And I loved your body. I loved how he played piano. I honored that. Like, I really appreciated, I loved Fred's teeth. I loved Fred's ears and how they stuck out. Speaking of ears sticking out, where is Armine? She's probably taking care of Rafi, but it's weird that she's not here. I didn't see her on Colts and Crims either. I'll have to text her. She has the cutest ears that stick out. If I was a woman, I wish I had ears. Anybody who has ears that's, the ears that do this, they like stick out. I think that is such a cute feature on people. I love it. Oh, there she is. Why didn't I see you? Oh, Armine has the cutest ears. She has the cutest. Hey, Allie. Buffy, Fred is adorable. So I used to say that when I would sit there. I would go, I loved your body. I loved watching, hey, Heather Huckleberry. I loved watching him play piano and I loved his features. And I feel exactly the same way. I love that, D. I feel exactly the same way about Tommy. Like, there's certain things about Tommy that hey, Original Anne, I love you. Glasgow, welcome. I love his hands. You guys have seen Tommy's hands. Oh my God, I took some pictures of our hands because this is one of my favorite features. Look at this. Shameby. Look at our fists. Look at how big Tommy's hand is. Like, just look at the comparison there. Look at that. Look at my hand in his hand. That looks like a child's hand. Look at that. His hands are bigger than any hands I've ever seen in my life. They are enormous. Enormous. Hey, Shell, can you imagine getting punched with that thing? Holy shit. Look at his hands. They are like, just, it's like that. They're like massive. Hey, Anna Pikachu Hunter. Hey, Wisconsin Barb. So that, like, I love his hands. I love, love, love Tommy's eyes. Like, I love his bald head. I just, there's certain, I get weirdly attached. I do it with my stuff too. We've talked about this many, many times. I get attached to things. I hold sentimental value and I get attached. And I found myself, yeah, it's like a catcher's mitt. Oh my God. I can't imagine. Like Tommy puts his hand near my face and it's bigger than my face. Like if he were to punch, his whole fist would be like the half of my face. It would be insane. Um, yeah, mad drop, I would imagine because you're so tall too. That's makes sense. But I found myself like holding his hand and I would just start crying. Like I was way more emotional this trip. It was probably also because he was so sick and I'm worried about him and leaving him was hard. But I found myself, and he did too. We were just both very emotional this trip. And I think it's because it's been a year. Hey, Kimberly Hallman, it's been a year since he moved there. And it's just, it's not like flying to see him in Arizona like before. Hey, Alabama Rose, I am happy to see you. It's been a while. Hey, Rip Curl, Lena Swell, welcome in. So as much as it's not that big of a deal to go to Ecuador, it really isn't a big deal. It's not hard. You hop on a couple of flights and you're there. It's very expensive and it's out of the US. Is Tommy's brother helping to take care of him? Oh yeah, they're close, Neptunes. Yeah. Johnny is much more of a worrier than Tommy. They're very, very, very different. Those guys, personality wise, they look, this is insane. I have never said they look super alike. Like a lot of people will be like, they're twins. This is so effing embarrassing. I've never thought they looked that alike, but that's because I see them in person. Hey, Just Joan. Just Joan, I heard about your tests. You haven't emailed me, but I saw it in the comments. I just want you to know I'm thinking about you a lot. I've prayed for you and I'm worried about you too. So I love you and I'm happy to see you. In person, there's just so many differences to those two. Here's why. Personality wise, they're totally different. So to me, they don't look that alike. But I see a lot of commenters go, "Oh my God, twins!" They're not. Like they're not. When I went to see Mona, I left him. I did not take him with me hardly anywhere. If I left, this is so embarrassing. When I went to see Mona, I was walking back home and I got my stuff from her and I was walking and oh my God, you don't see a lot of white people in Ecuador. There's really not that many. As many expats as there are in Ecuador, I should say. In like La Cuenca is like a full on expat town. Quito is another like tons of expats. Salinas, I think, has quite a few, but you just don't see them very much. Like if I see another white person, I do a double take. I'm like, what are you doing in my territory? Get the fuck out of here. I'm like, what are these white people doing here? I'm just kidding. I don't do that. But it's rare. You don't see a lot of white people. So we stick out. Like if you see a white person, they stick out, right? Also because they're taller. So I see this. I'm wearing it. Yeah. From Mona. I got this. I don't think I got anything else. This. And a purse. My mom picked out a purse. I'll show it to you actually. Yeah, there's not a lot. There's just not a lot. Anyway, so Johnny comes walking down the street like 2 blocks in front of me. I thought it was Tommy. I've never done that before. And I'm so embarrassed. Hold on, I found it. You have to remember, he's like a block and a half in front of me. I have never confused Tommy for Johnny. And I'm screaming in Ecuador. And I was like, babe, I was like, stop. I was like, honey. And I was like waving. And I was like, Tommy, what are you doing out of bed? And I'm screaming and I'm like jogging in my Birkenstocks. They walk totally different. Why I thought that was Tommy, I don't know. Johnny walks very different and he's not quite as tall because he's had back surgeries. So he's a little more hunched over. I screamed for like a solid 3 minutes. And then I realized it and I was like, oh my God, I'm screaming at Johnny. And so I texted him and I said, turn around. And he was like, and he went, and I went, what are you doing? Oh my God. I said, I'm so embarrassed. I've been screaming at you, calling you honey for like the last 3 minutes. And he was like, oh my God. And I said, I'm embarrassed. I've never mixed up the two. Look at this cool purse. So Mona's husband made this and I FaceTimed with my mom. I was freaking out because I was like, what is he doing out of bed? Like, what is he doing in the heat? Why is he 3 blocks from home? And then it was Johnny and he walked me. We walked together and I was like, I'm so embarrassed. I've never done that to you. Look at that. It's an owl on a really cool tooled leather bag that Mona's husband made. And my mom picked that out and I brought it home for her. Isn't that cool? So that's from Mona's. Oh, Neptune's. Yeah, not a lot of people speak English there. Like very, very few people speak English there. Let's see. We went to the beach when he got better. That's a cute picture. He was feeling better. That's my new swimsuit. I think it's super cute. Hey, Anna Banana. I don't know either. I know, isn't that a cool purse? I really liked this picture. We went to see Luigi. I picked that flower. See the flowers above us? I picked that flower and put it in my hair. He looked a lot better there. Oh, I know. Scientology up north it is. Thought that was a really good picture. He looked good. I think I showed this one on Colts and Crims, but I really liked this picture too. This was my favorite. This is my phone screen. I made it my wallpaper because I thought he looked really healthy there. Damn, I missed that beachy hair. What happened? Now it's all fucking flat. You ordered what, Holly Day? Yeah, I think that's a good picture with the ocean in the background. I got to see Luigi. Where is he? I took a picture with him. Luigi's so cute. You guys know Luigi. I do too, Scientology up north. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Julie. He looks good there. He looks better. Oh, you ordered that bathing suit? Absolutely get it. I highly recommend it. I wish I had a place to wear it more often. And then what happened? I do too, Renee B. I haven't put up this short yet. Here, I'll show you. I made a video. Where is it? That isn't it. Here it is. I made this video because we were going to walk the beach. I'm going to upload this later, but we're out. Tommy's walking, and we're at the beach. And it's a really pretty day, and it's nice and windy. You may not be able to hear us. I never think Tommy is that tall. And then I'm like, I guess he is kind of tall. I'm going to upload this later, but every time I see a picture of us, every time I see a picture, I'm like, oh, he is tall. I always feel like he's the same height as me. And then I see a picture and I'm like, oh, he's a lot taller. Anyway, the point is, I wore that to go walk the beach, Holly, but it was high tide. There was no walking it. It was smashing up against the wall. And so I walked all the way to a restaurant and I ate in that because the suit is like long. It's a dress and it has pockets. So with Birkenstocks, I just wore it to a restaurant. And I mean, I wouldn't do that, obviously, more like here, but it's a beachy town and I didn't care. I was like, this is great. So that's another reason that swimsuit, Tommy's brother's channel is called Chase the Heat. That was another reason. Oh, this was cool too, you guys. Look at that. You can buy a whole, it's Bloom Chic, Bloom, Bloom Chic, CHIC. We got a whole coconut. Look at that. They sell coconuts and they just like hack them open and you can just eat a coconut, drink a coconut. And so we did that. And I took a picture of myself with it because I thought I felt really cool. You can do, if has anybody ever done that? I felt pretty cool doing that. Very tropical, Neptune's incredibly tropical. But yeah, he let me find the first picture the day I got there. So this was the first day I got there. I took him outside under a little like canopy to get some sun and just sit in the sun. And he looked swollen and his coloring wasn't nearly as good. So they could be, Holly. They could be. So he's definitely better, guys. We're not out of the woods yet. It makes me nervous. Thank you, Neptunes. So we're 50 minutes in. Wow. Okay. Yeah, he looks puffy. He looks very puffy in that first picture. Compared to the day I left, he was much better. Oh my God, Debbie, you're funny. So, hey, Margie Barr. I don't know that I saw you come in. Okay, Rainy Day, Diana H. Hey, Heather Rhodes, get yourself one from that. I paid like $32 for that suit, I think, if memory serves me now. It was in the low 30s. Low 30s is what I paid for that suit. It's a very high quality. The straps are nice. Like, I was shocked. I thought it was going to be some cheap crap, and it was not. It was a really, really nice quality suit. I highly recommend it. Debbie Zito is the one who recommended it. She told us about it in the Zoom call. And I thought, well, yes, Glasgow. I thought I already have like board shorts and stuff, and I don't get into the ocean. So I didn't really technically need a swimming suit. But I thought for that price, I'm going to get one and take it with me the next time I go to Ecuador. And I'm glad I did. It was amazing. It was amazing. Sorry, Vince. So couple of things. We're going to switch topics now because I do have a lot of stuff I want to talk about, and I'm back now. So we're going to, hey, Jeannie, welcome in, babe. It's good to see you. You put the lime in the coconut, you drink it bowl. I have a lot of stuff that I want to cover. I have a lot of things I want to talk about. Well, thanks, Glasgow. Oh my God, Inner Sparkle Monkey, you bought it too? It's a great swimsuit. I wish I was getting a kickback on it, honestly. With how many people have bought the damn thing, I'm going to get another one. At some point, I'm going to buy another one. I want to have two just to alternate. Let's hydrate. No one even told me to do it. So I had therapy today. Exactly. Hey, FinFan. Exactly, Holly. I had therapy today, and it was extraordinary. It was wonderful. I had a great session today. Now, I've already been working on myself before therapy. And I want to talk about just some, you know how we used to do this channel before we talked about haters all the time and we just talked about like getting better in life. I'm starting to feel more and more like fuck those haters, right? The only thing I'll say though about the haters, you know, the dude with the long beard, the sport quarter. We'll talk about this at another time, but just a side note, Lindsay, our wonderful Lindsay, has pulled all of that guy's record because he claimed to have been in prison and like done hard time. Spanx, Chicago Jane. He claims to have done hard time, and that's where he got all of his racist Nazi tats. Just a side thing, just a side kicker. And we'll talk about this another time. I don't really care today. He never did time. He never did time. Who in the holy shit in life lies about doing time? He said that he beat up a chomo to get that tattoo. He never went to jail or prison. And Lindsay exposed all that, and he put up a short because he's too much of a pussy to talk about it. He won't even do a show about it. He put up an AI short of somebody's voice saying he had his record expunged. He didn't. This mother effer. I couldn't stop laughing. I still can't stop laughing. Who lies about counterfeit convict? Lindsay. Whoopsie. Who lies? Tommy was like, people lie about doing time. Like they lie to say they didn't do time when they did. He was like, I've never heard of anyone lying saying they did time. I think this guy really, 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 really wants to be Tommy. Honestly, he was obsessed at one point with thank you. I liked him, lost his channel. I don't know what you mean. At one point, he like worshipped Tommy and Johnny. He thought they were the coolest people because they were in the Pepper community. And I don't know if that's what kicked it off, but who the hell lies about saying they went to prison? Putting out fires with gasoline. What in the holy shit? Honestly, Linda Perales, I don't understand. I don't know. I don't know why you would do that, but he's just, I mean, we knew he was a nobody, but now it's like even funnier because he's just a big pussy. He's just a big chicken shit. The guy didn't even do time, which is even more concerning because at least I know that's what I was just going to say. Kim is blue. At least if you had Nazi tattoos. Yes, Debbie Zito, exactly. Hey, Sophia, I missed you. At least if you have Nazi tattoos and you blame it on prison, like that's what he was trying to do. That's what Marilyn was doing. Oh, yeah, Chicago Jane. So he chose those tattoos. So that's way worse. Like at least he was trying to blame it on that. Remember when Marilyn was like, she was like, he got those in prison beating up a chomo. Dude didn't even go to prison. Dude wasn't in a Nazi band. What do they call it? Gang. He didn't do time. Who lies about that? Who lies about that? Why would you lie about that? That's the craziest shit I've ever heard. So we'll cover that at another time. It's just a side note because I think it's hilarious. That's hilarious. It's ridiculous. It's the most silly shit I've ever heard. Who is like, I know, Jeannie, who is like, got these doing time. You know what Tommy calls it? Whenever I lived with Tommy and we saw like people who were like tatted out, like sleeved, if it was it, so I didn't know this, but Tommy actually did time. You can look that up. So when you get prison tats, there's no color. They don't have color. I don't know why, but it's always black. It's like black ink. So whenever Tommy always calls it this, and it's funny, I don't know if he made it up or if other people have heard it, but whenever he sees people with like, you know, the guys, you know, the dick swinging guys I'm talking about that have never been step foot in jail or prison, but they're all inked out. They're like a laundry bag full of meat. And they're like, Andrew is the ex-cop. That's Goot, who got fired from being a cop for like being super racist. They fired him. That's Andrew. Knife Order is Tom. Yeah, so Tommy calls it the prison makeover. Hey, Jamie Palmer, I hope you feel better, babe. Tommy calls it a prison makeover. You know who I'm talking about. Like the dudes who've never done any time, but they're all tatted out. They're like badass. And they wear the white Oakleys and they have, hey, Rabbit, Flea. They have the giant trucks that are on like lift kits, but they've never done crime, which it's not cool to be in prison, by the way. This is kind of what I'm talking about. I can't relate to prison. However, I can relate to someone like Marilyn who chases and obsesses and ass kisses the ex-Scientology community. I'm like, why would anybody want to think that's cool? Like, we're not cool. We're a bunch of broken fucking people trying to put the pieces back together that have been brainwashed since birth, right? That's not cool. We're not like, you shouldn't want to be us. I wish I wasn't an ex-Scientologist. Yeah, mad drop. But it's the same thing. Marilyn like ass kisses and like just can't like get enough of the ex-Scientologists. Some people do that. It's not just Marilyn. There's a lot of people who chase and kiss ass to that community. I don't get it. And they do it to Aaron. Like mostly it's Aaron, right? Like Aaron is the only ex-Scientologist that matters. It's not true, but it's bizarre. It's like we're not cool. He's not cool. He's not a celebrity, nor am I, nor is anybody. We're just trying to make it, right? Like we're just here doing our thing. Where I'm trying to stay in my own lane. I wish everyone would. But there's these weird, I would call them band-aids or like groupies that attach to the ex-Scientology community. And it's like, when did we ever think this was cool? It's not cool. Not at all. Like very, very, very abused, broken people. There's nothing cool about it. And that's how I feel about this prison shit. It's like there's nothing cool about doing time. Like Tommy, if I had to guess, probably wishes he hadn't and could have just done his whole life differently. There's nothing cool or bragging rights about being an ex-Scientologist, being in prison. So it shocks me. It makes total sense why Marilyn is friends with these guys. They're all a bunch of posers, right? Cloud chasers, wannabes. Like I've never done that. I've done a lot of things, but I've never Shaker Maker, Lindsay's channel. It's the Linzer Show, but mods can post it if they don't mind. Yeah, Lumen, but it's weird. Like it makes sense that all these people are friends because I don't Klingons. I hate Alicia Johnson. I've never felt that way. I've never been a follower like that. Like, do you remember when Marilyn made fun of me because she was like, none of the ex-Scientologists will even stream with her? I was like, is that supposed to be an insult? Like, I'm a loner anyway. I don't glom onto people at all. I've never been that way. I don't mind going it alone. I never have. Probably because I was born pretty much and raised myself. Like I don't have a problem doing much alone at all. But it makes sense that Marilyn and Spore Quarter are friends because they're both just total like Klingon fucking pussy babies that are like, I'm not cool. So I have to attach myself to a community that makes me look cool, or at least have to tell a lie about a story of my past that makes me look cool. Right. Like maybe if you lied about saying you were a drug addict or a criminal, right? It's weird. It's a weird thing to like. All I can think of about that, I read the book a long time ago. Do you guys remember the book, I think it was called A Million Little Pieces? And it was like, I read it so long ago, I don't remember too much about it, but it was like about the guy being a total drug addict and in and out of rehab. And Oprah recommended the book. And this was a long time ago when I read it. It ended up being a total lie. The guy like lied about the entire thing. It was supposed to be a true story. And it got found out. You're cool, Mad Drop. It got found out that none of it happened. That is so fucking cringe embarrassing to lie about shit like that. So, like lying about being an addict or doing hard time, why would you lie about that? Hey, DNV. Also, why would you lie about doing hard time? Because that shit's going to get found out about. Anybody could have done what Lindsay did. Lindsay just took upon herself to actually do the work. I was too lazy. Like, I don't dig into these guys' pasts like they do mine. I don't waste my time or money doing that. These guys, they've chosen me as their queen. I've accepted the role, but like they worship me. I don't worship them. Thank God Lindsay did that. But I cannot believe how simple it is. It's the click of a button and paying some money, right? And it was easy to find out. Why would you lie about doing time and then being like, I did, I just got it expunged? No, he didn't. He didn't. That is so embarrassing. That is so. I remember that book, Oprah doing a remorseful follow-up. It's a good book, but it seemed like a big deal over nothing. Yeah, Audra, I remember reading it because it was so highly recommended at the time. I used to read more. I don't now, but I really enjoy reading. They cling because their connection to him is their most notable life achievement. It serves in an indictment. What does that word mean? Indicator, right? Does that derive from indication? Indictment? I don't know if I pronounce it right, but I think I know the definition of the word. Yeah, Tyler, they cling because of their connection to him as their most notable life achievement. How incredibly embarrassing that is why you would cling to someone. That's like the people who cling on to Aaron. It's the same thing. I'm like, You know you're cool in your own right, right? Like you don't have to cling on to any group, any entity, any company, any person to look cool. You already are. Like you're already cool. You don't have to be cool by association. Hey, Helen Baker. I'm so glad, Ellen. Yeah, Shaker Maker. It's unbelievable. I need to be the D. So did knife holder say he got his time? Yes, he said that, but he didn't come out and say it. Thank you, Tyler, for your super chat. He didn't come out and say it. This is what's even more embarrassing. He did a quick, he does these weird shorts that don't make any sense. Like he'll put my face on a short and it like, he'll attach like a movie line to it or something. If you go look at the comments, it's a ton of fake accounts. You know how I know that? Oh, they used to be super obsessed with Tommy. Yes. You know how I know that? If you go read the comments, all it is different names, but the same comment. For instance, it will say, like, ha ha, hilarious. Oh, she's so stupid. Oh, she's so ugly. You're hilarious, man. Great one today. You're so funny. Like, it's very general. Hey, Natalie Strasser, like super, super bland, super general, like just nothing sentences. Like they're just very empty, hollow. It's bizarre. So he did a short about it, saying he got it. They're bots, yeah, saying he got it expunged. Dude didn't even do it. Here's the thing about him that shocks me. This isn't the first time this has come up. People have questioned him before. I have said this many times. Where did you go to prison? What chomo did you beat up to get into that gang? Can you give us some background and receipts like you like to pull on other people? He's never ever spoken to it. Red flag. Love you, Just Joan. It's okay. I'm glad I got to see you. Monday at 5 a.m, Tuesday at 5 a.m, DNV is when I got home. He never ever talks about himself. Yeah, I think Just Joan is okay. She's having a lot of health issues, so she's kind of in and out of the chat. I hope she's okay. I just assumed that's what it was. But I love you, Just Joan. He never, ever has spoken to it. He's never done a show explaining it word for word. Like, this is where I did time. This is what I did time for. If you notice, it's just a bunch of bullshit about, I got this for beating up a chomo. I murdered somebody to get this. Dude never did time. Do you know how embarrassing? That's one of the most embarrassing things I can think of. Honestly, I can't think of much worse. Like, I love how he tries to get me and Tommy, his other weird friend, dented can head, toothless dude. I noticed something, he said. I watched it on the plane. I noticed something. He has like really changed his behavior. And it makes total sense to me. These guys are getting paid. Like, you couldn't convince me otherwise. And he's said it before, but he's said it many times. I'm not after Nora. Yeah, foot juice, taint juice. Shots page, welcome in. He said, I'm not after Nora and I'm not after Lindsay. He said, from his own words, he said, I'm after Tommy, Johnny, and Reese. Why? I've never met this person. He's never met Lindsay. He's never met Nora. Why is he after me? It makes no sense. Like, it's actually wonderful. They're telling on themselves. It makes no sense. He said it in his own words. He was like, I'm not after those guys. I'm not trying to attack them. Like, live and let live. He's like, I'm just after Tommy, Johnny, and Reese. I'm like, yeah, well, good luck. Like, good luck to you, dude. Because the rest of them will also come after you for that. Yeah, he said he did, didn't he? I heard him say that. He said, I'm not paid to go after Nora or Lindsay. Yes, he did. He did say that. It was like 3:30 in the morning and I was on a plane falling asleep. And I was like, you know what? I haven't watched him in a while. And I like to watch him because then I send it to the police just if there's something that I feel like they need to see, just to keep documentation. I know it's probably stupid, but I always like to document. And so I do watch him and I'll watch it on double speed. And he did say that. I'm not paid to go after Nora or Lindsay. Remember that time that Susie was like, I was doing what I was told to do? I was doing content I was told to do. They tell on themselves. It's all by design, Buffy. Let's be fair. He's not toothless. He has 3 teeth, one in his mouth, two in his oh my God, two in his pocket. Have you seen his head? He's got like a giant dent down the front of his head. Dented can head. Like there's something really wrong with that dude. He did say that. Yeah, he did. Tyler, thank you. Thank you. Thank you again. He must have just pulled my name out of a hat. Anyway, neither here nor there. I don't really want to talk about those guys. I want to talk about something because I had therapy today. And I've learned a lot. I wish sometimes, I don't wish this, I take it back already. I don't know how to explain it, but I feel like there's some things for me just about myself. It makes sense coming out of Scientology. Oh, I forgot he stole a truck and he got into a wreck. Taint Juice had a wreck from a stolen truck. These guys are real winners. Yeah, Lindsay and I are going to do a show. And I think honestly, we should talk about it because Lindsay knows way more about these guys' records than me. And I think it'd be fun to just do a show to talk about it. Goot, dented can head, stole a truck. Hasn't paid child support. Like dirty. These are dirty, disgusting people. Lindsay. Thank you, Lindsay. She did the work. Lindsay and Tyler brought it. Thank you, guys. I'm not taking any credit for this. So weird. I don't understand why you get the hate you do. I started watching Aaron because of Scientology, but I honestly started watching you just because of you. You're very likable. Audra, I love you. You've been with me a long time. I feel the same way. Watch Aaron if you want to watch Aaron. Watch me if you like me. But like the hate watching, I don't get it. I really don't get it. Oh, Mad Drop did it? Oh, I was mad. I thought you said it was mad. I was mad. I can't take credit. You can take credit because you did the work on that. You did the research on that. Tommy was blown away. Tommy was like, no way. I said, yeah, dude didn't go to prison. So he just voluntarily got Nazi tattoos. I don't know how that makes it worse, but it somehow does. Do you agree? Like, be honest. No, Mad Drop, I was confused. Aw, that's so nice. Thank you for coming over and giving me a shot. They're cooler than me, so you're probably not going to like my channel as much. But Chat's page, thank you. Thank you for giving it a try. Mad Drop. It somehow makes it worse. Like Nazi tattoos are already bad, but the fact that this guy did a video saying, here's the old 1488, my favorite, which means Heil Hitler. He got that on his own volition. He did not get those in prison like we all thought, like he lied about. He got that just to get it, just because he hates people that much. Guys, that's some crazy shit. Like that. Oh, I love that, Jeannie Hansen. Yeah, coming from our German here, that tells you everything about his lack of character. That is absolutely insane. He said he was in a gang. He said he was in a Nazi gang. He said he got those tattoos in prison. Who lies about that? That's the craziest shit I've ever heard. Did you think too, like that was going to go on forever? Eventually, someone like Lindsay, who's going to do the work, who's a little sleuth, is going to come along and check into your ass. He lied about doing time. That is so embarrassing. I've watched you from day one. Those game nights in the beginning were so entertaining. You are self-depreciating without sacrificing your power. What an interesting observation. Thank you, Rabbit Flea. And thank you for being with me. I love that cool picture. Thank you. Seems like he's in a gang, all right, but on the outside. What a pathetic turd. What an absolute loser. Tommy texted me, hey, Wendy Brewer, and he goes, I have secondhand embarrassment. He couldn't get over it. He was like 2 hours went by and he was still texting me and he was like, I'm embarrassed. He was like, I am so embarrassed for that guy. He was like, I don't know anybody. I've never met anybody who lied about doing time that didn't actually go to prison. He was like, I've met a bunch of people who lied and said they didn't do time when they did because it's not cool to do time. This guy is trying to break into Alcatraz. He was never there. I love what Lindsay said, stolen valor. Tommy laughed so hard at that, Lindsay. Stolen valor. You know those people who say they were Navy SEALs and they find out they weren't? Hey, Dotsy, Lynn Huffman. Oh my God. Yeah, he got him in the tattoo shop across the road from prison. Stolen valor. The dude is saying he's trying to break into Alcatraz. He's like pounding on the doors of Alcatraz and he's like, let me in. I'm trying to be cool. I grew this beard. I got these Nazi tats. I'm trying to get in here. Yo, let me in. Embarrassing. It's so real. Stolen valor. What a pussy. Pick me. It's like his friend Marilyn. I swear to God, if she wrote a book, the title of the book would be, I always wanted to be a Scientologist. What is it with these people chasing us down, like trying to be cool? Chasing down Tommy, being like, dude, say we were in prison together. Yeah, I grew this beard. I got these tats. I got the whole prison makeover. Let me in. I've heard of poser criminals before, but never a poser Nazi impersonating a prisoner. Hey, Mama Bear. I'm sitting here trying to hide my record over the years, and this guy, that's what Tommy said. Tommy did 13 years federal prison time. That's not small potatoes, right? You don't see Tommy being like, can you imagine Tommy being like, and I got this Alice in Wonderland tat. He got an Alice in Wonderland tat in prison. Can you imagine Tommy being like, yo, here's the Mad Hatter, motherfucker. Yo, there's Alice. There's the rabbit. You got the glowworm dude. Can you imagine? He doesn't, like, no one's trying to be cool from prison. Nobody. Lindsay did time. Do you see her being like, talking about, I can't do it. Can I lie about it? I think I'm going to give it a try. I'm going to add it to my profile and be like, just got out of the pen. Got this bee and strawberry. Got myself a peace sign tat while I was in there. You need to start telling prison stories. Yeah, Tommy doesn't talk about that. He doesn't find it cool. He's not trying to be cool. You know what Tommy does? You know what he gained from prison? Experience. So he talks about true crime because he understands the system, right? He was married to an attorney. He gets all that. He stays in his lane. But you don't see Tommy being like, and this one I got for beating up a chomo. I can't. Who lies? And then he puts up this like 3-second short from an AI video about how he got it expunged. Yeah, that's believable, dude. That's believable. Just keep going. Keep digging. That's so embarrassing. It's bizarre, Lindsay. Hey, Polly, it's beyond bizarre to talk about your Nazi tattoos, say they're from prison, and then you just, hey, teacher mama life, you changed your account too. I feel like I have to blow my nose. Guys, I didn't have allergies in Ecuador. Therefore, I didn't take my Zyrtec as much. And I was like a total addict today on my therapy session. Hey, Debbie Gonzalez. I was like doing this. And I was like, oh my God, I forgot to take my Zyrtec. I look like an addict. Hold on. I got to get back on it. That's pretty cool, actually, Rabbit Flea. But you don't run around with Nazi tattoos saying you got them for beating up a chomo in prison that you never went to. That dude is literally swimming to get to Alcatraz. He's like, let me in. I got the whole prison makeover. I got everything done to be looking like a badass. Oh my God. Good for you. Wow. That's amazing, Teacher Mama Life. Bubble Pop Market. That's actually pretty cute. I love it. Be careful. They're going to call you names. I said that to my therapist today. Thanks, Wendy. I was like blowing my nose and I was itching my nose. And he was like, oh my God, me too. He said, I'm actually getting over something right now. And I said, oh no, if you itch your nose, that means you're a Coke addict. I was like, I'm apparently doing cocaine. He was like, yeah. He was like, there's a few more signs to it than just that. I said, well, maybe I'm addicted to opiates. I don't know. I was like, because my nose is super itchy. He was like, yeah, no. Hey, Eric. So speaking of therapy, I kind of want to get into this. I made some notes like I always do. I want to talk about this because during my travels, I really pay attention to human behavior. I've been doing it a lot lately. I told you guys, it fascinates me more than anything. If I could have been anything, it would have been a therapist. I absolutely love watching people. I know, Alicia, swimming to Alcatraz and the sharks won't even eat him. He's a pathetic loser. I can't get over someone. I can't get over someone making up that they did time and didn't. Thank you, Chicago Jane. Hey, Miniola, welcome in. So I really like watching people, and I've been doing a lot of that since I was traveling. And oh my God, Tammy, I know. I've been doing a lot of that since I've been traveling and just watching people, but also, you know what's an interesting to pay attention to when you travel? Oh, good for you, Shots Page. If you're like dating somebody new, I gave this advice to a friend who's dating somebody new. They took a trip together for the first time and they haven't been together very long. And honestly, I think it's important to travel with people that you don't know that well because you can travel creates what? Stress. Like when things don't go the way they're supposed to, things like that. Like it's important to see how people react to things. And I had been traveling. I left at 9:30 in the morning, Monday morning to come home. I flew from Ecuador to Miami and I had a 3-hour layover, which sucked. My flight to Ecuador was late. It was delayed by like an hour. So I sat an extra hour on the plane. So instead of a 4-hour flight, it was a 5-hour flight because we sat there. My ass hurt so bad. Like I kept standing up on the plane and just like stretching and like doing this because I was just worn out. I was all right. I mean, I was chill. I'm used to this flight at this point. Like, yeah, yes, it's interesting, Sophia. And I'm way more chill than I used to be in general. I think therapy in this channel has helped me so much with that. I'm figuring out who I am, and I realize I'm not who I was told I was in Scientology, meaning like, I'm going to give you an example, something that's made me really sad when I was traveling. I'll tell you in a minute. But I was chill. I was cool. Hey, Decultified. And then we get to Miami, 3-hour layover, which sucked. I was starving because I'm not a morning eater. I left at 9:30 in the morning. I had not eaten. I got to Miami at 7 or 8. The time was different in the evening. Hey, Laura Lou. I was fucking starving. So like add that to it. I was like, I got to get something to eat. I walked to the closest place. Hey, Nicole Hazelmiller. And I got a pasta salad with a side panini. $36. I'm pissed about it still. Like I was like, this is one of those things. You can't do anything about it. But I was mad. Hey, Mary Kraus. So I ate half of it, threw it away. It was disgusting. And wait the 3 hours. Get on the fucking plane. Okay. I'm in my seat. And I get a text from American Airlines that says, this flight has been delayed for another 45 minutes. And I was like, oh my God. So I have to, the plane was hot, guys. So it doesn't cool off until you start flying. I'm sure most of you know that. When you turn your little air thing on, it doesn't work until they turn, it's like turning the engine on in a car. So I'm like sweating to death, sitting on this fucking plane. I'm like, I'm going to do this again. I'm going to sit here My ass hurts sitting, right? Wendy, I got these in Ecuador and I'm going to have to do it again. So I'm like, oh my God. Okay. And in 45 minutes goes by. Hey, Mimi. Oh my God. I've missed you. Happy to see you, babe. And thank you for being a member. I thought you already were, but I'm happy to see you. I hope you're okay. So the 45 minutes goes by and the fucking stewardess gets on. I think he had pneumonia, Polly. The flight attendant gets on and she goes, I have bad news. And I was like, oh my God. At this point, I'm pretty worn out, right? Like I'm losing steam, but I'm trying to stay cool and be in a good mood. And she goes, we don't have a pilot. And I was like, you are fucking, how does this happen? Like, how does this happen? She goes, we don't have a pilot. And I was like, and she go, oh, thanks, Abigail. She didn't upgrade to Gertie. She's always been a Gertie. Hold on, I'm gonna blow my nose again. This flight was supposed to take off at 10 o'clock at night. And I was supposed to get to Nashville at midnight. It's a 2-hour flight. Okay. So at 10 o'clock, we wait 45 minutes until about 11. And at about 11, she goes, we don't have a pilot. So it's getting late. Rabbit Flea's a member too. Thank you, Rabbit Flea. Guys, I appreciate the membership so much. Thank you. No, Mimi, you're great. I'm happy to see you. Yeah, Sophia. So that I said, how do you not have a pilot for a boarded plane? I'm like, did the dude call in drunk or something? Like, how do we not have a pilot? So she goes, we don't have a pilot. We're going to have to deplane. And she's like, take your belongings with you. We don't know if we're going to get a pilot. I was like, oh my God, I do not want to sleep on the floor of this airport tonight. This sucks. Hey, Katie Smith, but I'm still being cool. And we all deplane. Rabbit Lady, welcome in. We all deplane and people are pissed. And so I'm just watching people, right? Like I'm just watching and I'm listening because I'm alone. Almost everyone else is flying with people. There was a bunch of families. Love you, Susan P. You never have to be a member, but thank you. And I love you. Thank you for what you do. Missed you. And people are getting pissed. And I'm just kind of listening. Like I'm just people watching and I'm listening. And thanks, Katie Smith. And I'm like, this is going to suck. And I'm listening to this dad with his wife and like 4 kids. And he's like, somebody is going to have to go get in that line here in a minute because I have a feeling this flight's going to be canceled. He goes, I'm listening. He went and talked to a American employee and the lady said, we're waiting on a pilot from Fort Lauderdale, but we don't know if he's maxed out his hours. So she told this dude, and I'm listening to what she told him. He's coming, but he might have reached his flight hours. And so he was saying, he goes, I think one of us needs to go get in that line to rebook our flight. I was like, oh my God. And I'm texting my mods and I was like, I think I'm stuck here. I'm going to have to sleep on the fucking floor. I'm grossed out by that. I don't want to do that. I don't want to mess up my neck trying to sleep in a chair. The point is, it ended up being great. It sucked. Hey, Susan, I got home super late. But all of a sudden, this pilot walked in out of nowhere. Hey, Sharon. And he goes, did you need a pilot? And she goes, oh my God, we do. He goes, somebody just paged me to get here. He goes, I was about to go home. And I was like, yes. So we got home. Alicia Johnson, thank you for becoming a member. Guys, that is so nice of you. It's very much appreciated. I mean that. Thank you. Yeah. Third Eye Open, I told my mods, I said, one of you guys needs to get your fucking pilot license. Like, honestly, we have the coolest mods in the biz. I was like, I'm actually a little pissed right now. Chica Cherry Cola. I was like, I'm the talent. So, like, one of you needs to get your ass in gear. Of course, not Yadira. I mean, I'm not going to trust her to fly, but I was like, any of you guys needs to step up to the plate. One of them needs to pass the bar, right? One of you needs to get your pilot license. Like if this ever happens again, right? I'm going to need one of my mods to be like on it, right? So we're doing that. Baby steps, you're still here. I feel so bad for you. I didn't know you were sick. Mod Mafia Airlines, West Coast. Thank you for gifting memberships. I love it when you guys gift memberships. It's so nice. Thank you. Everybody loves getting a gift. Thank you, Baby Steps. Yeah. So we're working on that. One of the mods is going to get their pilot license so that they can just obviously step in. But I got home at like 5 in the morning and it sucked. It sucked. Honestly, it really did. But at least I got home. Uh, Third Eye Open worked her ass off. They were all working hard to try to Third Eye Open was trying to rebook my flight for me. She was like, I'm going to use some of my points. She was like, we're going to get you in. I got you a 9:30 flight. Like, my fucking mods are no joke. They are my closest friends. I love these people. It's insane. They're amazing. Thank you again, Third Eye. You were on it. So we can have a pilot. Okay. So you're going to get your co-pilot license. Shelly Kelly, I totally trust the two of you. Hey, Mittens, to do that. And thank you for being a member. Okay. Sharon ordered her pilot license on Amazon. It'll be here in 2 days. Thank you for not waiting till Amazon Prime Day to do that. You paid even more to do it. And I appreciate that. So the point is, guys, I had therapy today and I was watching people melt down about this. I started to melt down myself. I thought, I'm about to ask for the supervisor and the manager. Like, I'm about to, like, I was like, somebody get the president of the United States on the phone. Like, this is unacceptable. I took a step back and we're going to talk about this more. We're going to do more shows because we're already an hour and a half in and I don't like to do long shows because I know you don't like it either. Shaker Maker has their boat license. I appreciate that. Maisie Shiloh. Fucking typical. That train is always late. I was like, somebody call John Travolta right now. I'm stuck in Florida. Get me out of here. We'll get JoJo too. Yeah, it was like Meryl Streep demanding a flight in the hurricane and Devil Wears Prada. Yes, it's so true. Maisie Shiloh, we know it's going to happen again. So I'm not going to say don't let it happen again. Kim is Blue was terrible pasta salad. It was awful. The noodles were super, super hard. I know, Renee B. I don't know who says that. Just me. Yeah, Maisie, you don't need to go back. Oh, that's crazy. I didn't know that, Vicki Andrews. So, guys, the point is, before I flipped out, I talked about this in therapy today. Do you remember how I learned in therapy a long time ago? And I talk about this a lot with you guys. Hey, Crafty Carrie, stop. I mean this. This is like something I do on the regular now. Stop. Check in with yourself. Make sure you're okay. And identify that you have choices. Now, that's old news, but something I've added to that. But first, we got a super chat. Mimi, we missed you too. My sister is still in ICU, but moved to ICU rehab in Utah. Still has a lot in recovery. A trach. That sucks. And feeding tube forever. Same with my dad. Heat 3 times the size and blood clots and pneumonia. Prayers and happy thoughts, please. Yes. I know what that's like. I love you and I am so sorry. This has to be an absolute panic, anxiety nightmare for you. And I am so sorry. I knew there was something going on. I knew that you were having issues. I remember you had some issues with your dad. Thank you, Susan Trigg. I am so sorry, Mimi. We are here for you. You jump in anytime and tell us, and you don't need to be super chatting it. But thank you for the super chat. And I'm so sorry about your sister. I love you, babe. And I'm really happy to see you. I can't even imagine it. I'm not even going to pretend to because it's a nightmare. I understand the trach and I understand the feeding tube forever. My dad has that as well. Audra, we're going to add to it. Before you stop and check in with yourself, you know what you guys need to start doing? Because this has worked miracles for me. I started doing this on my way to a couple of days before Ecuador. I don't know where it came from. I swear to God, if you believe in God, I think it was the Holy Spirit. I really do. I think it was because I know it wasn't me. Something I've been doing every single day now when I feel any little tinge of stress or anything. Hey, Wine. Bye, Vince. It was good to see you, my friend. Ask yourself this, and I mean it. This isn't snarky. I don't mean it snarky. It can sound snarky, but I don't mean it snarky. Ask yourself this. It works so much. Sounds crazy, but it works. And I told my therapist this, and he was like, I love that. Stop before you melt down. Like this was me at 1 or 2 in the morning the other night when they were like, we don't have a pilot. And I had already been traveling since 9:30. I traveled for 17 and a half hours to get home. It took me 17 and a half fucking hours to get home. By the time I got here, I was in an Uber. I was thinking of you guys too, man. This Uber driver was talking 1,000 miles an hour. And he was like, so where are you from? What do you do for a living? And I was like, I'm from Omaha, but I lived in Kansas City and I'm on YouTube. I was like, why am I telling this person this stuff? It was because it was the middle of the night. Because we already talked about this. I'm not supposed to give that information out. And I gave it out. Like, I gave it up. Okay. Stop when you're having a problem and ask yourself this question. I'm being dead fucking serious. Before you do anything, before you react, simply say, and I mean it, like ask yourself this, do I care? Do I care? And if I care, how much do I care? Do I want to put like a ton of effort and energy into this? Do I want to flip out? How do I want to react to this? Like, it has worked so much for me. So I was talking about this in therapy. I was pissed at this point when we were waiting on a pilot. I was sweaty. I don't know about you guys. Traveling grosses me out anyway. Like germs, people coughing, like you feel gross in your clothes. Like you're either hot or you're cold. I was both. Like, I'm just like, I need a shower. I don't want to be here. That I had reached my point of pretty much flipping out. Like I was pretty pissed. I didn't know how I was going to get home. I was going to have to rebook another flight that was probably fucking full. I was going to have to find a different flight, right? So I really truly was like ready to go up to the counter and be like, this is unacceptable. Like I have been flying since this morning. Like they don't give a shit, first of all. Hey, Chops World. But I thought about it and I was listening to everyone else flip out, which helped. Like I was listening to like wives yelling at their husbands and shit. And I was like, do I care? Yes. The answer was yes. But I made a note about this today in therapy. I care. But my therapist says this. Yes, Lumen, listen though. My therapist said this and I wrote it down. He said, emotions are real, but they don't always represent reality. Let's break that down because I thought that was a beautiful thing. Hey, Janine, do you understand what that means? So emotions were running high. Me and everybody else was like, fuck this, right? Emotions are real, but they don't always represent reality. So, yes, the emotions were real. I was pissed. I was tired. I was hot. I was sweaty. I was gross. I smelled like ass. I was ready to get home. I wanted to brush my teeth. I was like, I need to get home. But that doesn't represent the reality. Do I care? Yes, in this scenario, I care. But there's nothing I can do about it. I can't. I was willing to like go on Craigslist and find someone in flight school and pay them to get us home. Yes, Case Face. By the way, good to see you. Yes, and battles. So like emotions matter, but it didn't represent reality. We were at the mercy of American Airlines. Nobody could do anything. I mean, you can take it, you can take the bull by the horns and go book yourself on another flight. You can go get a flight with Southwest or whatever you want to do. But like in that moment, I had a choice and it was like, I can flip out and go yell at this poor American Airlines employee. It's not her fault. And plenty of people were already in line doing that, right? Not her fault. Not the classy thing to do. I really don't believe in yelling at people in the service industry for something that it's the company's fault. It's not their fucking fault. Like whether it's a shipping issue or a flight, anything like that. It's like, so you're going to go take it out on them? They didn't do it, right? It's not her fault. Problems arise when you react and live your life based on emotions. It pays to spend some time and analyze. Yes. Spend some time and analyze the situations. Yes, Lumen. And I am one to definitely get up and be like, what the fuck's going on? What's happening? Do we need to get somebody? Like I normally would do something like that. And I really assessed the situation. I was sitting in a chair. It was like 2 a.m. and I was like this, and I'm listening to everyone else freak out. Hey, Stacey Toms. And I was like, tired as shit. But I was like, do I care? Like, I'm already mad. I just spent $36 on food I had to throw away because it was so bad and the price alone. And I was like I can react to this. I'm tired and I want to go home. But the reality is like you're at the mercy of this problem right now. And I'm not going to make it my problem. You know what I mean? It's like this isn't really my problem that we need a pilot. I just have to sit and wait it out. Thank God this man showed up and was like, "Do you guys need a pilot?" I was like, "Oh my God." I thanked him when we got on the plane. I thanked him when we got off the plane. I was like, "You are a hero," when I walked off the plane. And then when I was waiting to get my luggage, he came walking out to leave. And I said, "Hey, I know I've already thanked you twice, but I was like, thank you, thank you, thank you for showing up and getting us home." And he was like, "You're very welcome." So the point is like attitude is everything. And it makes me think of people like, thank you, Mimi, like Marilyn, right? Like our haters who react in very like obviously insane. Hey, Ricky and Drake, like yeah, Jackie, exactly, who react like very insanely, right? Like just out of proportion. It doesn't match the situation. I've never met these people. No, Kestrel, it was an employee with American. It's all about perspective, bunny foo-foo. And so I guess my point is I really, 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 really like hate poisons the mind for sure, Katie Smith. I really like this new way of thinking for me, just very much going, I've already been doing this where I'm like, stop, check in with me for a minute and like make sure you know that you always have a choice. I think women, especially, we get this weird, not all of us, but I think women get this weird idea like we're choiceless. I do. I don't so much anymore, but before when I was in Scientology and up till recently, like in my marriage to Jeff, I always felt like, well, I mean, he would say it. First of all, he'd be like, "Well, I didn't ask. You don't have a choice." I think people try to make women feel small, feel helpless, feel choiceless. And I think that we freak out and start to feel choiceless. So now, and also like we're in trouble. So I do this to myself a lot. I don't know if you would call this a mantra. I don't know. But what I will do is I'll stop and I'll go check in with yourself. Like, you're okay. Are you okay? You have choices, right? And you're not in trouble with anybody. You're fucking 41 years old, about to be 42. I'm not in trouble with anybody. Like, nobody's gonna, that's what freed me from the hate, to be honest, because they're so threatening and they're like, "Oh, I'm coming out with this documentary. Ooh, I got these receipts. Ooh, wait till you hear this." And I thought, ooh, what do they have? Like, what have I done that I don't even know that I did? Nothing. Nothing. And there are no receipts, right? What, the long con? Fucking go for it, right? Like, choke on it. I don't care. But I'm not in trouble, right? I haven't broken any laws. I'm not committing any crimes. I'm not in trouble. And that's incredibly freeing because it takes your power back, right? Like, you can't do anything to me. You can't harm me. What can you do? Get people to hit unsubscribe? That's the worst thing. You realize that. That's why they fucking hate me so much. Think about that for a minute. The worst thing that my haters can do to me is get people to click a button on YouTube that says unsubscribe. That's it. That's it. That's all. Like, that's the worst possible thing they can do to me. So when you look at it like that and when you say it out loud, I start to really mad drop. I start to really think about it like that. And I'm like, do I care? How much do I care about this? Right? And the more, thanks to Lindsay, that my haters show themselves, and the more credibility they lose. I already thought they lost credibility with being a Nazi and a racist kind of, yeah, I don't know, kind of divides people, perhaps, like people don't really like that. So I thought that was bad enough. Shats Page, I hope you stick around. I really enjoy having you here. The more thank you again to Lindsay. Like this dude's credibility is now worse. I didn't even think it could get worse. Worse. You lied about going to prison. Yes, Mama Bear, for sure. No doubt. But yeah, Shell, in all serious, they want street cred with no credibility. It's sad, right? But I know me, and that's a problem for them. And you know me. And if you really think about it, I don't have some crazy past full of receipts that you don't know about. You know why? Because if the best shit they can come up with is my Poshmark account, what's the other stuff that she says? I can't even, I don't know. Like they're scraping the bottom of the barrel. There's no receipts. There is nothing else. That's why they replay over and over and over the long con, like little clips of it. And they're recycling years old shit at this point, stuff from years ago. They're recycling because I don't have a record. I don't have anything on my, it's the same as stolen valor. It's the same thing. It really is the same thing. For people to say they were Navy SEALs and they get found out that they weren't, how fucking embarrassing. It's the same thing. To be like, yeah, I did time and here's the tattoos to prove it, and you never went to prison is so embarrassing. I do tell my own embarrassing stories. They use my stories that I tell, Sophia. That's the craziest part about it all. Is like Marilyn calling me, like having the clap, like saying like Reese had chlamydia, like you stole my medical records or something. I freely and openly talk about that, right? Like we talk about that. She calls my audience chlamydians. Like she thinks she's funny. How come no one's telling me to hydrate? I know Kim is blue. It was 4 a.m. I should have. People have lost jobs talking about lying about their resumes. He's not even a proper scumbag. Like, I can't imagine lying about something like that because somebody's going to find out, right? Like, somebody's going to talk. Somebody's going to do what Lindsay did and go find it. I don't have a criminal record. So, like, let's just say that I was lying about something else. Let's say I lied about working in senior living. Let's say I never did. Let's pretend that the Fred story is like totally something else. Let's say I met him somewhere else, but I made up the story that I met him in senior living. Wouldn't that eventually get out? Wouldn't somebody from my past be like, that's not true. My name is so and so, and I worked with Reese, and she never, like, wouldn't that come out? Hey, Donna Folker. It's bizarre to me to lie about things that you can prove. Dipshit. What an idiot. Like, that's provable. Can you imagine if Tommy didn't really go to prison and he just lied and said he did 13 years in prison? That's so embarrassing because it's provable, right? People fake being in the military, oh my God, all the time. It's sick. But to fake being in prison, it takes to a whole nother level. Angie. See, she works in that field. Angie does. So she would know that. That is so embarrassing. To say you were a Navy SEAL, do you think no one's going to look that shit up? That's a very specific thing you can look up. I have a friend who works in the Navy SEALs, and what did she tell me? Like they're, what do they call them? It's like their number or something. Like there's not a ton of Navy SEALs, so like they can narrow that shit down. She works very heavily in that industry and with Navy SEALs, and there's like it's so easy to track down. It's so weird to me. Oh yeah, when people lie about being a veteran, that is a fucked up thing to do. Diana H, it's horrible. It's just so strange to lie and say you were in prison. Somebody's going to uncover that, dude. And then to take it a step further and say that you got your tats in prison and they're racist Nazi tats is so embarrassing. Yes, DNV, this is my watch from Tommy. You can get in big trouble for that, Shelley. Joanne Hawley, it's so cringe. I really can't think of much worse. To come out onto the internet and tell a story about your prison tats and being in a prison gang and never doing time and then trying to be like, oh, I got my record expunged through an AI bot. Embarrassing. Oh my God. Yeah, I thought about that. Lying about those tats can be dangerous. I would think he could get his ass kicked for that. Oh, they do, Helen Baker. Hey, Rue. I can't afford a bag of bones for Bo, but I can UPS a used bag of litter from my cat. I could always use cat litter. Absolutely, Rue. Just kidding. Love you. And thank you. Thank you for your super chat. You're funny. Lies always catch up with you. And that is a big one to lie about. Yeah, Margie Barr, again, like, why would you make shit up that people can prove? Yes. And Battles. Another thing that whole situation proves is that you should really fact check before you go off on people. Like, I guess check your own backyard before you do that. Like, oh yeah, can you post my wish list? Thank you, DNV, for reminding me. Mods, can you post it? Dog bones. Dog bones and greenies for Punky. Greenies for Punky. Wow, look at your mustache. Shamby? Look at the mustache from the... She looks like the Lorax. Kitty poop for Bo. Yeah, Rue, that's really kind of you. He would love to eat all of it. Hey, Hawks. Huxley? That's okay. Can you... Hey, bless Gloria. Can you let Seamus in? Charcoal Ninja, she was so happy. But, you know, she wasn't upset that I was gone. She didn't act upset. You know who did? Bo. Bo acted a little bit more like weirded out than Punky. Punky said, I'm used to it. I know that you have to leave sometimes to go see him. And it was very last minute, and I'm going to let it go. You're going to pass. Plus, people send me bones on the wish list. Hi, Shamby. There's Bubsy. There's our special boy. Punky says, I'll do it. I'll let my mom leave and travel if you guys will send me bones on the wish list, please. Please send bones to our house. Please send greenies because I really enjoy them. And they keep me going. They keep me happy in my life. Another crazy thing is people who will still support these fuckers and believe Marilyn's excuse when she comes up. That is crazy. That's another thing, Angie, that we're going to talk about over the next several shows. Thank you. Yadira posted the wish list. Please support us and get greenies. We're grifting for greenies. It's not grifting if I do it. If I ask for it, it's not grifting because I'm asking from the Lord. I know. She's really picky about her treats and she likes greenies. Chicago Jane. Lady O, I could. Lady O sent Bo bones. Thank you again. Yeah, she loves greenies. She gets the teeny ones and they're good for her teeth. And they make you less stinky. Oh, you're awfully little though. Did you know that you were going to be this small? Did you have any idea that you were going to be this that you were going to be this tiny? Yeah, Armine says, please send bones to Grudy. She's all skin and bones from missing her mom. Lumen, that's something we're looking into. Funny you should bring that up. We're looking into that, Lumen. Just like Marilyn looks into me all the time. And it's amazing, all the facts and fossils. Shamby? Bubsy? Hey, Hux? Can you let him back out? He's a special boy. Armine, she loves you. Hey, Hux, do you have a shirt on?
Yeah, or no, I don't.
Okay, well, pop your head in so people can see your cool volumized hair. Look at Huxley's hair, you guys. Look at how volumized that is. Why can't I get that? That's some beach-ass hair, son. Look at that. Yeah. Turn to the side. That's awesome.
I don't know. I just woke up like that today, or I guess the sun too. Like out
What
the
a
sun.
lucky little shit. Hey, Jamie Castro, look at his hair. You got your dad's hair. That is a fro,
No,
Stacy.
my dad has curly hair more.
Yeah, but your hair is like a mix of curly and
Fluff.
something wild. That's some wild shit, son.
Yeah.
Bend. Look down. Okay, now turn to the side. Let me see. Yeah, that's crazy shit right there. You lucky. I wish I had that kind of volumized hair. See you later. His voice is super deep. I know it's amazing hair, Pat Jonas. Guys, what a fun time. I had fun today. Did you? Because I got more stuff I want to talk about. Hey, Patricia Peterson. Thank you, Stacy. He's a great child. I know that's what a model would say. I woke up like this. I wish I had that kind of hair. I wish I had really put those guns away. I wish I had really volumized hair like that. Now, I washed my hair a few hours ago and wait till day 2 and day 3. It always gets bigger with each day that I don't wash it. Hey, Starlina. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I have more stuff that I want to talk about. I just said that. I'm just repeating myself. And thanks, Angie. Yeah, Helen Baker. Thanks, Linda. Marilyn's going to keep at it. We will laugh at it here and there, but I'm applying Marilyn to this topic too, guys. Like, do I care? At what point do we keep addressing her bullshit? It's just pure bullshit. And I missed you too, Jojo. The girl could do some real content. That's the problem, is like, if she stuck to her own stuff, like she could actually do some content. I think, Jamie, so true. I just think at some point, even I'm getting bored of it. Like, I'm getting a little bit bored of like, Reese was married to a 95-year-old. Here's Reese's Poshmark closet. Patricia Peterson, he's doing better. She just doesn't have anything anymore. And it's starting to get really boring. And she like, her and her crazy ass racist friends are like, oh, I got receipts. And I just think, I love that Rip Curl. I just think if you could have, you would have. Do you agree with that? Like, if you had this shocking shit that you claim to have had for the last couple of years, you guys have at this point been sitting on these receipts. You realize that, right? What is this, June? 8 weeks from now, this channel will be 3 years old. For the last 2 years, at least, people have been saying they have all these receipts on me. Where? Where are the receipts that I didn't give you in the first place? Love you, Ghostwriter. Okay, Liz, thanks for reminding me. And that's a serious question. The receipts that they've come out with is shit that I've already. Thank you, Rip Curl. You're a little angel. And I'm happy to see you. Do you guys see what I'm saying? Like, the receipts, right? The receipts that these people claim to have came from my fucking mouth on YouTube, right? So, like, the long con, are those receipts? No, it came from my channel, right? Yeah, Lumen. It's starting to, it's wearing me down as far as like, I'm bored with this. We've been listening to this for years. Like, oh, I got, like, they'll even put that in their thumbnail. Like, I got new receipts. If you had them, you guys would have put them out. You would have put them out. What receipts? Like, there isn't anything. And I'm not going to be like Susie or Goot and come out and be like, I didn't do this and I didn't do that. And they claim I did this. I don't need to prove myself to anybody. I don't give a shit what you think. I don't care what you believe. Go hear it again. I'm not here to prove you wrong, right? Like, I love when people jump in here and go, I saw this about you. Is this true? Go see it again. I'm not here to prove it wrong. I don't care what you heard and what you think and what Marilyn fucking ugly Honig said. I don't care about any of that. Her jokes are incredibly lame. She's got zero sense of humor. She's never made any human beings laugh once, right? She has nothing to offer. So I don't know. I'm kind of getting tired of it even as the creator. And you guys must be really bored with it. So I don't know that there's anything else to talk about there. They're going to continue to clickbait this shit and their followers will continue to eat it. I don't know that we will. It's pretty boring. And if you really think about it, do I care? No. And I love my haters because they're absolute nobodies. They really are. They're so unimportant in the grand scheme of things. They don't make the wheels turn. They have no power. They have to suck off of me to get a click. How sad. And what does that make me? Makes me feel kind of cool. Makes me feel kind of powerful that you have to do content on me. That's what I'm saying. They elected me as their queen. They worship me. They do. I'm their main focus. Lindsay, Nora, Tommy, those are all little side pieces. Those are their side pieces. I'm the main wife, right? Those are their side people. They picked me as the person up on the pedestal. So go for it, right? If you need me to make the wheels turn, if you need me to make money, makes me feel kind of special in several ways. Like, go for it. But I'm getting a little bored with this threat of like, oh, we got big shit coming out on Reese. Where? Kind of like you did time in prison, dude. Yeah, enough. Like, your credibility is really fucked now. Abigail. Closing. I love your new picture, Abigail. I give you thanks, O Lord, with all my heart. Your promises are backed by all the honor of your name. I like that. The Lord will work out his plans for my life. For your faithful love, O Lord, endures forever. Ooh, that's a beautiful scripture. I like that one a lot. Allow Chrome to find devices on local networks. I'm going to click allow, but I guess. Abigail, Old Testament. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, Abigail. That was a very kind scripture. I like it. And thank you for super chatting it. You didn't have to do that. You're worth energy to them. A lot of it. I am. I really, really make the wheels turn for those guys. They don't even like Tommy as much as they like me. It's pretty wild. And Goot did say that. He said, I don't make money on Nora or Lindsay. The jokes write themselves. All hail Queen Reese. Thank you, DS Kitty. I guess so. They've chosen me. I don't know if that would make me their cult leader. I don't think so. I think I'm their queen. I like that better. Thank you for the super chat. Guys, thank you for all the super chats. I mean it. I took the last couple of weeks off, so that's very kind. It helps me and Huxley a lot, and it just keeps things going. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I never, ever take that for granted. Also, thank you for becoming members. To those of you that did, that helps us so much, and I mean it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, Chicago Jane? No. Marilyn just recycles everybody else's content. Absolutely, she does. Yes, she doesn't produce her own content. She steals other people's content. Thank you, Julie. Yeah, hit the subscribe button, please, before you go. Please, please, please. I forgot to remind you during the stream. YouTube does unsubscribe you. It's weird. I took quite a bit of time off, and I think I lost maybe 20. That's kind of a high number. It might have been 15. But I don't know if it's because people just left, which I expect. Whenever I take time off, people leave. But sometimes YouTube does unsubscribe you, so just check. Yeah, Rue, he has great hair. Lumen, you're hilarious. I know. Love you, Jojo. I will be back tomorrow. We're back on our regularly scheduled programming. I'll be here in the afternoon. I kind of would like to start doing a little bit earlier, like around the 4 o'clock, 4:30 Central Time hour. If that's cool with you guys. Now that Huxley's on his summer break, I can do that. So I will be back tomorrow, though. I have a lot that I want to talk about. I have a lot of stuff. I just need to get it out of my head. And like, remember our old shows where I would just like, we'd just pick shit apart and then I would feel better by the end of the show. Like, I just have stuff I need to work out with you guys. DJS, good to see you, my friend. Thank you. Thank you. Hey, Cheap Chick. Thank you for the super sticker. That's so nice. Thank you. I mean it, guys. It's very, very helpful. Thank you. Yadira, I love you, babe. Mods, I love you guys so much. Thank you for being here. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, and happy anniversary to Abigail's parents. 45th anniversary. They're on a cruise. That's amazing. Love you, Joanne Holly, you tiny little thing. I should have known you were 4'11". God, she's cute. Tiny. I want to get a hold of Joanne Holly. I'm going to do that one day. Love you, Dee. I love you, Sharon. Thank you. Thank you, guys. I mean it. And love you, Nancy. Prayers for West Coast and her family, please. Thank you. Please let me know how she's doing, Nancy. And I love you guys. I will see you all tomorrow. Thank you for being here. And here comes Fred.